So we've been speaking a lot about feeling emotion in our Avodas Hashem. What that means, to have a active engagement with what we're experiencing, not simply to go through the motions, but to really feel love and awe, all the different feelings that we've discussed, hisragshus, hislavos, these levels of personal investiture, of activated emotionality when a person is engaged in serving Hashem. So over here in the beginning of the 4th chapter in his masterwork, Hachshar Savrechim, which we've been learning a little bit from, the Biyasetzer Rebbe says, well, what if a person claims, hey, I'm not an emotional person? You ever hear that? So many times people come to me, I'm not an emotional person, or I'm not a spiritual person, aside from the fact that if a person is not alive, then a person is a corpse. And the difference between a corpse, Rahman al-Itzlan, and a living person is that the person has a spirit in them. So if you are a living person, you are already a spiritual person because you have a spirit inside of you. But that aside, some people feel that they're not emotional by nature, and they're more naturally cold, they're more naturally removed, or more analytical, more intellectual, less in touch with their feelings. And over here, the Piyasetzer Rebbe says there's no such thing. He says, Chazal, our sages, teach that Am Yisrael, the Jewish nation, by nature, the nature of our collective spirit is that we are what's called Rachmanim. We are people who are compassionate, people who are easily stirred, people who are passionate and compassionate, people who feel very deeply about the world, people who are always looking to improve things, to help other people. So by nature, we are a people and people of that nation with great spirit, with great feeling, with a great heart. And the only reason, he says, is that we would not be in touch with that is because it's covered over. And so let's listen to his very powerful words. With Hashem's help, we're going to read just one paragraph, and then we'll continue Be'ezus Hashem on this theme in the next video. So he says, V'zeu kol hadavar. The whole matter is this, is ha'hester v'ha'bilti nirgush gam la'atzmai min ha'masrachish b'kirbai. From this, that a person doesn't feel what is taking place inside of him, it removes a person from being in touch with him or herself thousands and thousands of miles. As atzmai in a makir, he doesn't really understand what's going on within him. And he's completely unaware of all of what he's really feeling deep inside, and he thinks that he's not feeling anything, but it's just because it's covered over. He's distant from really being in touch with what's going on inside of him or herself. He says even the simplest, most plebeian, corporeal person, a person's inside, his soul, his spirit, doesn't cease to shake and to move, and not for a second, to complain and to wail over the lowliness of where the person is in his or her spiritual journey. That's kol hakoiseha, and all of that person's pain. All the suffering and all the difficulties that each of us really cause ourselves because of our own actions, and the speech and thought that's not aligned with the true nature of reality, that's just meaningless. Says either the person doesn't feel anything because he's not paying attention to what the soul is really saying all the time inside of him, because this is the way of the person. We're always seeking that which is outside of ourselves. A person is very interested in what's taking place in the world, current events, politics, different things that are happening. A person really needs to know the things that are important to know, but also those things that just aren't important to know at all. And he's very interested in what's going on the other end of the world, in China and Japan and Australia and all over the place. But to what's going on in our very own selves, it's like we couldn't care less what's going on inside of us. We don't listen to our own hearts. To listen, okay, what's going on inside of me? Oisha margishu, or the person feels rakivin shagam b'shosha margish, but even though a person feels something, so it's not like we're completely unaware and ignorant of what's taking place inside. We feel something, and we're aware. Okay, something's happening inside of me, but because the person at that time is so entrenched ritzaynai with his wants, daita with his consciousness of machshavos, of his thoughts, berefesh divrei ha'olam nesunim, we're so entrenched in the things that are outside of us. So whatever we're feeling inside, it doesn't occur to us, oh, this is something spiritual inside of me, that I need to close my eyes to the outside world, and I need to accomplish what Hashem told the very first Jew, the very first thing he said to Abraham Avinu, lech lecha, not go for yourself, but go to yourself. He doesn't realize. It's like a person who's sleeping. He gets a bite, a bee comes, or a fly of some sort, and stings him on his head. If he's a businessman, so in his dream state, he'll feel something happen to his head that he's going to think in the dream, right, that a bundle of merchandise fell down on his head, and that's what's causing him pain. If he's a tailor, he's going to think a needle stabbed him in his head. Right? Each person is going to see what their thoughts are engaged in and involved in. In the same way, when we're so entrenched in this worldliness, even though we might feel something happening, we automatically think, as he's going to say in the next paragraph, we don't have time, we're going to learn next time, we think, oh, I'm hungry, or I'm tired. And we think it's something relating to the outside world, when in fact it's something that our soul is trying to tell us. So each of us are spiritual. Each of us have awakened emotions. We just have to become more aware of them. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.